Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm Drake. Is that recording?
It is recording.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say I didn't see the light, but it's because it's sitting higher up.
It's sitting higher, so you can't really see it. But yes, it is recording.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Drake.
That's an interesting way to start a podcast. And I'm just half the table. I'm representing everybody missing here.
Yeah.
Also, a.k.a. Shannon.
So
You're Shannon and Joe.
Yes.
I'm Drake and Corey. And
I'm
you're
just
you.
Nick.
You're just
Yeah. Does that make you sad? Maybe a little bit. Okay, fair enough. Why are you sitting in the bad chair?
I don't know. I didn't know there was a bad chair.
That's the bad chair.
That's the bad chair.
Oh, yeah, it is a bad
Yeah.
chair. There's all like cushy ones. I'm sitting
Yeah,
on.
I mean, you could
Brown
literally
one.
just move that chair out of the way and grab the cushy chair.
that's why I
I
sat over
could,
there.
but I have to stand up. I might wait till I go to get a drink or something. And I
Oh,
might
okay.
switch
Fair
chairs.
That works.
Yeah.
So, what were we talking about?
So we've been talking about,
We've been talking about a lot of shit.
Games,
And then now the camera's rolling.
but
Yeah.
do our tradition where we usually talk about what we've been playing first.
Sure.
And then we can go into some gaming announcements.
Sounds good.
So if you don't mind if I start, I'm going to start because I'm already talking. But anyway,
You're in the middle. Why wouldn't
I am.
you start?
Perfect. Yes. I actually played D4, or Dark Dreams Don't Die.
I've
Yeah.
been meaning to play that. I haven't had a chance.
So I-
has it, but has
Yeah.
not played it.
See that I got it on
Free?
Xbox
Games for
Live.
Gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, Games
Me
for
too.
Gold.
I haven't played it.
Yeah,
I haven't
see-
turned it on.
I didn't have my Xbox yet.
Right.
So I went ahead and bought it because it had been one that I'd been wanting to play because I played Deadly Premonition,
Yeah.
and it's made by the same guy.
I did
And-
not know that actually.
Yeah. It's actually
Which
made
I
by...
love Deadly Premonition.
Yeah, it's made by him, Sweary, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. So originally it was only on PC, so when it was on PC, I saw Cry was playing it, and I was like, oh, watch him play it. And then I looked at the gameplay, and I'm like, I really like how this looks, and now it's been enough time that he's played it that I don't remember everything that happened, so I'm still experiencing it new and fresh,
Yeah.
so... and of course they released it on Xbox because, I mean, he played it right when it came out. So I'm really enjoying it so far. Definitely interesting in the sense that you don't necessarily move, you kind of click to move. So
Click to move? What do you mean?
yeah, so when you're looking like at your map and stuff like that, or not really your map, but just your area, you'll have little dots that'll have little feet on it, and you literally like push forward, hit A, and then your character moves, and then you rotate, where you go. But probably one of my favorite parts of the game is it's reaction based, so very much Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls. It has that sort of feeling. So really enjoy that. It's heavily story based, so it feels a lot like a Xbox version of Quantic Dream games, which
Okay.
are PlayStation only.
Yeah.
So
Which I love Quantic Dream games.
yeah, no, I absolutely love. I mean, never played Indigo Prophecy. I watched.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I watched the gameplay.
The
'cause
last
I'd-
45 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
told me that.
Watched gameplay of it, and watched someone do a full Let's Play because I didn't have access to it at the time. And then, of course, I played Heavy Rain, played Beyond Two Souls, both wonderful games, and really like how it feels like that. So I'm looking forward to finishing up the season 1 and then seeing what comes out afterwards.
What was that face?
we'll get to this in a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
No, that's pretty much my spiel. It's, I've really enjoyed it so far. So it's interesting. It's an interesting take on a detective, which very much so you'll see similarities between Sweary's characters in his previous games to this one. Like Forrest Kaysen is back.
Oh, okay.
So he's one of the characters, the main detective. So, and I'm blanking on his name right now for some reason. But anyway, the main character is...
Mr. Magoo.
Right, that's perfect. Yeah, that
Magoo.
matches very much with Francis York Morgan from Deadly Premonition.
okay.
So, like
A lot of the
similarities
same
that
archetypes for the same
they...
character.
Yeah, which some people may not like, but actually I find just interesting. It's a different take kind of on this. They have some similarities where they've got these quirks. So it kind of makes them memorable characters, I guess, is,
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'll play it eventually.
It's a good game. It's solid. Definitely looking for when they release the next season, because they've only listed season 1 right now.
Q.
But that's what I played.
Woo. Sorry to kind of derail for a second. So, have any of you guys heard of Gun Gal?
Don't think so.
Okay, so Gun Gal Double Peace is a game that is out. It's for PS4 and Vita. Everybody, to put it politely, says it's a what do they call it? It is distinctively Japanese.
Okay, so I see where this is going already.
So it's basically Cupid has shot you with an arrow, but accidentally overpowered the arrow. So now instead of your true love falling in love with you, every girl in existence falls in love with you.
Oh, God.
So you're being chased by these schoolgirls.
Oh, God.
And basically you have to rub yourself and then shoot your pheromones on these girls to attack them. It's basically like House of the Dead, but you have to like hit these girls with your sperm to get them to stop following you. Anyway,
Perfect.
Just released a $90 DLC.
Holy shit! What the?
When you zoom in on the character to shoot your attack, their clothes disappear. that's the $90 DLC. Like, what is? I just really well like here demon roaches or something. I don't know. Whatever. Shut up. Like it's a screenshot of this girl. And these demon roach things are coming out of her skirt, and I don't know. Like
that's called crabs, I think.
like
they have like weird little.
Yeah.
They
got medicine for that. Can't she just take the medicine? But I don't. Wait, split screen. There's couch co-op. Like
couch co-op with your.
My God.
Some good couch co-op right there.
Like, look at this. This is how it works. Like,
where did they go?
Well, it's a rail shooter.
Oh.
It's just instead of shooting them with bullets, you're shooting them with bullets. Like, I just
This is a game that you can buy on the PlayStation Store.
Apparently, it's.
Oh gosh.
It's already out in Europe for PS4 and Vita. It will arrive in North America August 2nd. So yeah,
it's out. Yeah.
Play it with a friend or project it.
That's the worst.
Or project it onto the side of your neighbor's house. Part wants to just go ahead and buy this so we have something hilarious to play for.
We do
for the live stream.
Yeah, well, we do have Honey Pop.
Are we gonna live stream Honey Pop for? Our live stream will definitely be for mature audiences only.
Yes. Should we talk about that actually a little bit? Because I don't know if we've actually talked about it on the podcast.
So we are doing we're doing an Extra Life podcast. It's going to be November 5th, 24 hours. I know for a fact games that we're going to be playing. We got to at least play IDARB.
I would love to do that.
Just because you've never played IDARB.
I would like to play
hilarious.
Gang Beasts. I need to figure out.
I want to play that game.
We'll show you.
What is Gang Beasts?
Such a funny game.
How would you describe Gang Beasts?
Okay.
Exactly. Like it reminds me of Super Smash Brothers.
Okay. Instead of 2D Super Smash Brothers, think if you could move in like an arena, like a map. Like if oh gosh, what would be a game that would be similar to it?
Kind of like the new Pokemon Pocket Tournament.
No. Okay. So take like Diablo is an example. Okay, so think of it like an isometric beat 'em up where there's a bunch of characters and you have to ring them out. You have to like throw them off the edge or like throw them into like a meat grinder or like off of a building or something like that. But it's like up to 8 players on the same screen and they're all like funny characters like Santa Claus.
So it's like a WWE Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but with like these funny, ridiculous characters and they're all and they ragdoll and it is super funny.
It's hilarious.
I'm down. What system is this?
PS4 and Xbox One.
Okay. Yeah, is it cross-platform?
No.
No, okay. So I mean, we can all play on one system, so...
Yeah, it's up to... I think it's up to...
Up to 8 players on one system?
I don't know how to...
Or is it up to 4 players on one system and then you do system link and then
I think it's like a... I want to say it was kind of like a system link, wasn't it?
You know, I really don't know. I don't know how Achievement Hunter did it. They had 8 players.
Well, we can hash out the specifics later.
Yeah.
But it was funny. It was super funny.
I'm down.
One of the funniest ones was they were fighting on this Ferris wheel, and it was just constantly going.
Oh,
and there was
yeah,
like
that
a
was great.
boardwalk, and they're like trying to like jump, and you're like hanging on for dear life, and you like people like chucking people off the Ferris wheel, and it was super funny.
It's a pretty goofy game, but I feel like it would be fun to at least play, especially with a group of people. But I'd like to do that one.
Cool.
And then trying to think of what games we can kind of just run through, because, just to...
Well, I know one thing we will be doing is I will be playing PT.
PT, yep.
For the first time ever.
Yep.
I've never seen anything like...
What?
Hold on.
Really?
It was one of those where I heard about PT, and I was like, okay, I want to play it myself before I watch any gameplay footage from it. And I never got around to playing it, so I never watched any gameplay footage of it. So I know nothing. I know it's fucking terrifying.
Spoiler alert, it's scary.
Yeah. Everybody's like, spoiler alert, Norman Reedus, and it's Silent Hill. And I was like, fuck you, I'm never going to play this game. No, but I'm not... all I know is Norman Reedus is your player character, but you don't find that out until you've beaten it, and then it's a Silent Hill like playtest. Which
Norman
you don't
Reedus
find out
and the
till-
Funky Fetus.
Not that game. We're gonna play that game eventually.
Well, yeah, sure.
Eventually.
I can't wait.
But
It needs to come out now, but
yeah.
no.
Death Stranding, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Kojima Productions.
I mean, just because for like couch co-op games, we still haven't beat. We played Castle Crashers last year for.
Ooh,
Oh, so much fun. I
and,
played the crap out of that on 360.
Beyond,
so
Beyond
good.
Two Souls actually might be kind of fun. You can actually do 2-player on it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you use the same controller, so one person plays and then passes it off. So kind of like what you did with
Oh, so like what we did
Until
with-
Dawn.
Yeah.
But
I'm
where
down
you
for
could
that.
basically pass it around to people. So we could do Until Dawn if you want
And,
to, since you've never played that one.
I will also say,
I need to pick that up, actually.
hopefully you all watch and hopefully donate, because I've got some stretch goals set up, and some of them I really don't want to do, but I think it'd be really funny, so we're going to do them.
Are we going to do dick fights?
No, we're not going to do dick fights. We
Damn
probably
it.
can't get away with that on Twitch.
Well,
but
What?
if we do there's the blow-up dicks that you can get online. And then
oh,
beat
okay.
each other up with
Well,
dicks.
I mean, we may do that.
Woo!
That
Dick
could,
fights.
that could be okay, but I've got
I'll show you what I'm
I've got at least one thing that I know for a fact we're gonna do, and two things. I've got a friend who's an EMT. I've got him on. I'm trying to see if he can be here just to make sure that if something happens, we're gonna be fine. But yeah, I've got some stretch goals in mind.
What?
We'll go more into that later. But yeah, so that's November 5th, and then on the 29th, so next weekend, that's the 29th, right? Next weekend.
Excuse me, yeah.
Next Saturday.
That's next Saturday.
Yes, we're going to be having a Halloween party here, doing horror games and board
Except for
games.
PT.
And we're not doing PT
Yeah,
next weekend.
PT for...
PT is going to be on the 5th.
Yep.
But I've also got a couple horror-themed board games we can play, and then we're also planning on watching movies and stuff. It's going to be fun. So I've sent lots of people invites on Facebook. Please accept them.
I've accepted. I've already told you about my work schedule being later, and you'll probably be later, too.
Yeah.
So...
But
I don't use Facebook, so
it's all
yeah,
good.
no, you're fine. I assume that you're coming with me, so...
But
probably will.
yeah, it's going to be fun.
gross. It's
Um,
gross.
No.
But
You
yeah,
like
that's all
it.
we have.
Don't lie.
Like plans
Yeah,
wise.
I do.
But anyway, so
Bidget games.
what else have you been playing?
Me?
Mm-hmm. Or have you been playing anything else?
I played some Siege, but outside of that, yeah.
I mean, that's an every weekend thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta say, school and shit has been shit.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but I know you guys have been playing some interesting things.
Mama Mafia.
Yeah.
Actually,
Mafia 3.
before we get into that, I was just scrolling through this and I forgot about this. Did you see they've cast Lando Calrissian for the new Han Solo movie?
Who's that? I'm not familiar with.
Like, not familiar with the character?
No, names like the specific.
Like, yeah,
name.
yeah, the character Lando Calrissian. You don't know?
No.
Okay, so Lando Calrissian. You've seen the original Star Wars movies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy that betrays them and sends them over to Vader. Like they all go to Cloud City. The black guy with the cape and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that Han Solo won the Millennium Falcon off of in a card game.
Yeah.
Okay. That guy has been cast. It's Donald Glover as the actor that's going to be playing Lando in the new Han Solo movie.
Huh.
So that's going to be interesting. Kind of.
That's cool.
I don't know. It's one of those. The first I heard of it, I was like, really? But the more I think about it, like, it fits really well. Because
that's what she said.
Yeah. No. Really well. But no. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, Mafia 3. No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers, please. I really want to play this game, but
no, I was more just going to talk about like
gameplay
and concept stuff.
Well, I feel like we should tell our viewers about the police in the game. Apparently, let them know so that
Oh yeah, like if you get pulled over by the cops, you can just pay your ticket and go instead of whipping out a fucking gun and just annihilating everybody on the street.
So I just have that GTA mentality. I've played too much GTA Online, where even if you like look at somebody wrong, the police automatically just want to shoot you. There's no like in between. There's not like, hey, we're gonna arrest you. It's just like,
hey,
you
stop
steal
right
a free
there.
balloon
Boom.
and they just blow your head off. It's like
Steal a free balloon.
Right, SpongeBob reference.
I was gonna say perfect SpongeBob reference.
Yeah. But you get my point. No, I just every time the police turn their sirens on, I just start bipping people out of the side of my car. I just don't care.
Nah, fuck it.
Oh yeah.
If they didn't want to die, they wouldn't be on the sidewalk.
I would probably say my two favorite things about the game. One is the narrative. The story is amazing.
Oh my god!
Whether
I fully
or not
agree. I'm not that far into it, but
I'm not
fully agree.
gonna say anything. But
Yeah, no, I know.
Whether or not you agree with how the gameplay is, or because I know it's been getting mixed reviews. A lot of people actually have been kind of like, mostly because they say it gets kind of repetitive, which I do agree to some extent. But at one point, you're supposed to kill people. That's what you do. That you're supposed to get rid of people. There's not really that many ways you can do it.
Yeah.
They do have some different ideas. Like for certain people, you have to steal certain things. You have to break certain things. You have to like interrogate certain people. It does like you have to kind of do that in every district, and it kind of gets repetitive. But I still like the game, and the narrative is so good. I just play it for the story, really, honestly. At this point,
Mm-hmm.
like I just
it's a killer story.
Yeah.
Like I've only played like an hour and a half, 2 hours into the game roughly. Like I'm pretty early on, but I don't know. I still feel invested in these characters and everything. Like and oh god, like all I'm saying is the scene where Paint It Black is playing, like it's just gut wrenching. I was like, oh no, oh god, no. But it's really good.
See, I feel like that's what Mafia's been very good with. Like in Mafia 2, you became invested in the characters, and I imagine Mafia 3 is going to be very similar.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, about the repetitive thing, you can argue any game is repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
For the most
I always
part.
I always get annoyed when people say, well, it's repetitive, because it's just like, really?
Yeah.
You like Call of Duty, right?
Yeah, it's just run to point A, kill people,
it's
run
like,
to point
you
B,
like-
kill people, run to point C.
I just feel like with almost any game, you could argue there's going to be some sort of repetitive type play.
Yeah,
It's just, it's
But I
games,
think people's complaint though with Mafia, so like games like Call of Duty, don't get me wrong, it's repetitive, but you're also looking at a 6-hour runtime versus Mafia, which
True.
has like a 16-hour runtime.
True.
So like, but
I'm about 16 hours and I'm not even done. I'm not even close to
right,
done with
but
the game.
that's my point. Like, it's really hard to not be repetitive with such a long
game, yeah.
Because I mean, you've got so much content that's in there.
Sure.
I mean, it's bound to be repetitive. That's just how games are. But
Yeah.
It's fun just killing people. The game is so brutal, it's ridiculous.
oh yeah,
I mean, between the knife, just like you'll have somebody that'll be like sitting like right there, or this is like a box or whatever. You'll be crouched behind it, and you can whistle, and they'll be like, "Huh?" And they'll look over, and you'll jump up out of the box, grab their head, and just stick a knife right through their throat, and just like drag them behind their body or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awful. There's some pretty funny ones too. Like if you have the double barrel shotgun. if you like shoot somebody and wound them, you can actually walk up to them, kick them on the ground, and blow their ass cheeks off. Basically, you just shoot them in the ass, and they're just like on the ground. Ah! They just lay there for like 2 minutes, like God. You just like watch them like bleed to death. Like there's some pretty interesting kills in there, but I would say my favorite thing to do is when you actually come up against like pedestrians. So there was this. I was trying to get. I think it's a square or circle. I was trying to do something near my car. I was either trying to open my car door or something. But there was this old lady that was walking by, just mind her own business. And I walked up to her, and I basically took the back of her head and just slammed it on the concrete. Like, I just like out cold immediately. Just boom, just like roasted her on the ground. And like that's what you do to pedestrians. Like if somebody's gonna call the police, you like knock them out or you can kill them. But like I didn't mean to do it to the old lady. Like the old lady was just an instant.
Like you're like, okay, I gotta open my car door. Bitch, get away!
Yeah, I was like, just like slapped her. And just your. And just out cold immediately. I had to pause the game because I was just so. I was like, I can't do this right now. Like this is too funny.
That's almost like I was watching.
It was great.
I think I posted on Twitter actually, but like I've been browsing Reddit way too much lately. But under gaming, there was somebody that uploaded a GIF of them playing GTA Online or. It was either GTA Online or GTA 5. I couldn't tell because it was first person, so you couldn't tell. But he's running and runs into an NPC and stops and kind of backs up, and the NPC like goes forward and then turns around, and directed behind him is a random woman. And he just pop right in her face and knocks her into the middle of the street. He runs over and just kicks her and kills her. Like with just punches her in the face, kicks her in the face, and she's dead. But it's just so funny because like the player character just kind of bumps into that guy and then backs up, and then that guy thinks it's this NPC right here. Just turns around and just beat the shit out of this woman, kills her. I was like, that's just the best NPC interaction ever. It's ridiculous.
Have you? So I don't know. I'm getting like off topic. No, this is kind of getting off topic. But in like Grand Theft Auto, have you ever tried to get the fire department to get pissed off at you?
No.
So if they're
enlighten me.
So like if you blow up a car, like the fire department will come, and try to put out the fire. But they have those guys like hanging on the back of it.
Yeah.
So I start a fire in the hood, and so I blow up one of the cars, and here come the
fire department.
The fire department, and they get off, and they're like all trying to like mess with the stuff over there, and I walk up to it, and one of the guys, and I just punch him, I just deck him in the face, and the other guys get pissed off. They're in the truck. They all get out and start chasing me, and so. What I do is I take him over to the guy the hood guys hanging out by the houses on Grove Street or what. That's right, Grove Street.
Sound right.
Yeah, it's Grove Street. On that cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And I just I was trying to get the firefighters to punch each other, punch the hood people. One guy decks one of the guys sitting there, and then all of a sudden you just see gunshots, and everybody's like, oh fuck! And just everybody just bipping each other, everybody just shooting, and it just got ridiculous. But it's funny if you can get people to get pissed off at each other. It's pretty entertaining.
I have to say it's one of my favorite things to do on Saints Row the Third. When you're running, when you have certain the luchadors behind you, but then you also have the other gang members, and then you just start making them fight, and you're just like.
Dude, it's ridiculous. AI interaction in games is just the best. You heard why they had to make it to where food respawns in Skyrim, right?
No.
Or no, Oblivion. My bad. So in Oblivion,
Yep.
they created the game, and in the Dark Brotherhood quests, you've played Oblivion, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I did everything in it or not.
There's a Dark Brotherhood quest where you have to go back to the jail that you start in and kill the guy that's in the cell opposite you.
I never did Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion. I just remember now.
Okay. So the cell that you start in, the guy that's on the opposite side, the Dark Elf, you have to break in and assassinate him as a quest for the Dark Brotherhood. Well, when they kept doing the game testing, like beta and alpha testing, when they got to that quest, they would go to the jail to go kill the guy, and he's already dead. so they couldn't complete the quest. But for some reason, they couldn't figure out what the problem was. So basically, they wrote this thing where it basically puts up a camera in that area, so that way the developers could watch exactly what's going on in here to try to figure out why this guy was dying as the people are playing through other parts of the game. So basically, they just had this like first-person view of what was going on down here. And what they came to realize was, in the jail, the guards upstairs were eating all of their food, but because they were watching prisoners, couldn't leave to go buy more food. So they would go downstairs, kill the prisoners, take their food, and go upstairs and eat the food so they wouldn't starve to death. They made the AI too smart for its own good, and the best way they found to combat that was make it to where food would respawn.
I never even noticed that.
That's why food respawns in Oblivion. The more you know.
Sweet.
But like it's just a funny little just story. But like I just sometimes AI in games just it's ridiculous how, because I mean it's one of those things where like you never know every way that it's going to react in every single situation. It's not possible. Yeah. So some of the shit that comes out is just, oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
definitely do have to say though, from Oblivion to Skyrim, I like the AI interaction in Oblivion more than Skyrim. Like when I look at
the face zoom in thing, like I liked that. Like or like when you talk to an NPC, it would kind of like be like,
zoom in on
I'm
their
talking
face.
to you.
Yeah.
So you're just standing there and they're just saying words and you just see everybody like walk right in front of you and stuff.
Yeah, well that
it's like rude.
That, but then also like when you complete things, like I fucking killed Alduin. Like I saved the world, and you're gonna be like, "What? Somebody stole your sweet roll?" And I know I've talked about this on podcasts before, but it is one of the biggest things in Oblivion that I like.
That's one thing I loved with Oblivion or all the Fallout games, even.
Oh yeah, that they react to what you do, and it's like Oblivion. I mean Skyrim. I felt like they really failed on that.
Agreed.
That like,
not to say Skyrim's a bad game.
Oh no, Skyrim.
I still cannot wait for the remaster.
Oh, for sure.
Which. Actually, speaking of Skyrim's remaster, Nintendo Switch.
Wait, before that.
Uh-oh.
So, I was playing Skyrim, and I was in the middle of Whiterun, and one of the Whiterun guards is like, my brother's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? Guard duty. And all of a sudden I hear, roar, and I was like, dude, you're about to fight a dragon. Yep.
Nice.
So it just made me laugh because literally there was a dragon that had followed me, and as I was walking, one of the guards had to make that comment, and then I'm like,
"Well, you're gonna get your fun here in a little bit."
Yeah, but it just made me happy. I was just like, "This is great."
But yeah, no. So speaking of Skyrim remaster, Nintendo Switch. I have never wanted a Nintendo console so bad.
Yep. I have to agree.
We were talking about this. I haven't bought a Nintendo console since the Wii.
I mean...
And then before that...
I haven't bought a home console since the Wii.
But
even when I bought the Wii, though, the reason I bought the Wii was because I worked at Sam's Club, and those things were selling out constantly. And we had about 15, and they said, oh, well, if you want one, you can just buy one before the people come in, and then, like, you can get one since we always sell out of them. So I was like, okay. So I just went ahead and bought one because it was one of those where it was like, well, I might as well buy one because everybody loves them. They're really popular. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the whole like motion control stuff, gimmicky is fun for a little bit, but I mean, I haven't plugged in my Wii in 4 years. So
are they showing different colors?
No, so this is imagining the Switch with different colors. So it's like different possible color combinations and stuff.
I got you. I thought it was actual
MS Paint, change color, change.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, no, I am super excited for the Nintendo Switch.
I have so many questions, though.
I mean, don't get me wrong, agreed. Like battery life.
Oh gosh, that's what I want to know.
But see, here's the thing. So they said the only official statement they've had about battery life is they said they will come out with hardware specs later, but they will say that their main focus was to make sure that you could go long enough to get a good gaming experience without having to plug into a wall for a long period of time. So if you go by their other stuff, like the Wii U controller that has the screen built into it, has between 3 and 5 hours of battery life.
It's not bad.
Using. Same with the 3DS XL. Has about 3 to 5 hours of battery life actively using it. So
If I could get 4.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if I could get 4 hours without having to plug into a wall, that'd be nice. My other thing is like if I see how they've got the dock and everything like that, and it slides into the dock. I hope to God that's not the only way to charge it. Like
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask.
I'm
like,
hoping that
how
there's
do
a way you
charge
can
it?
charge it where you just plug this here, and that's that. You can charge it while playing it, even mobily.
If they
Because
don't, there's gonna be a lot of people that are
right.
pissed.
My other thing is, please don't be like the 3DS where you have to buy the power cable separate or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, my
Like-
hope with that is that they won't do that because
Right,
because
which-
a lot of people already had the DS. And,
Right, that's
I
the
mean,
reasoning is
yeah,
unless you have the
but-
first generation DS, all of your DS power adapters work for everything.
Yeah, which is my hope that they'll, stick with that they won't use that reasoning in the
right.
new console.
Now, if they my other thing is if they do a proprietary cable for the power instead of doing like a micro USB
Micro
or
B,
something,
yeah.
if they use a proprietary cable, I hope to God it's the same cable as the 3DS XL and 3DS, and because I mean it would make sense to kind of keep it going throughout the rest
Sure,
of their
sure.
stuff. And since it is, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a home console. It's going to be used in the house primarily, but one of my favorite things was when they were showing off
All of it.
Well, oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was hard that entire trailer, but the thing that really got me,
Hard right now.
actually, besides playing Skyrim on a fucking airplane, that just
Yeah.
But anyway, like the thing that also got me was the fact of it's kind of starting to go back to like they were showing off the people playing in the basketball court, like setting up 2 consoles back to back and playing multiplayer that way, and I'm like, they're going back to like LAN parties. That's the one thing that bugged me with the Xbox One and the PS4. There's no LAN.
Go get me.
There's no LAN. So like when you go to do like say Master Chief Collection, now you have to do Master Chief Collection, and you basically all have to go onto Xbox Live and group up on Xbox Live through custom games, which works. But I'd rather like it's more reliable if you have a LAN.
Yeah. Definitely one of the issues, and especially like that we've experienced when playing Siege, like we have to have 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
We're sitting back to back,
All in my
essentially.
apartment and just had 4
yeah,
TVs.
playing
Yeah.
a game when we could all be playing it LAN.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing stuff like that. Yeah, it would be nice definitely to do like LAN parties again. Yeah.
Yeah, because like that's one thing I miss. I mean, to sound bad, that's kind of like dating me, but I mean, like
I date you.
when I was in high school. Well, thanks, buddy. No, but like when I was in high school, like that was the big thing was, oh, everybody's out of school. Let's go ahead and go over to Lee's house, and we'd have 30 people over at
Halo
his
2.
house playing Halo, Halo 2 and Halo 3. Like, I mean that's what we did for our weekends. If we weren't at marching band practice, yeah, fuck you, marching band. Then we were over at Lee's house playing Halo or Battlefront 2. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
but
okay.
but it's just like it'd be kind of nice to see a console getting into that again. But I think the best thing about that trailer though was not only it shows off, because I mean it opens up on Legend of Zelda, and like I was telling him, don't get me wrong, the new Legend of Zelda looks amazing.
Beautiful.
It looks
Beautiful.
gorgeous. I can't wait for it. Like I've never been too big on Zelda games, but this one I'm just like I'm actually excited for. But like again, they're showing a first-party game on a first-party like I mean it's a Nintendo game on a Nintendo console. Obviously it's going to look good. Obviously it's going to run well. So I was like, well, okay, yeah, that kind of shows it, but I mean it's stuff that's like properly optimized specifically for this console.
Yeah.
And then when they showed Skyrim, it was just,
Yep.
oh god, just
It was.
and the
yeah.
fact that you can play it with that quality mobile.
Wait,
What?
So, from my understanding, there was a statement released.
There was.
Was? What do you mean was?
Well, no. I'm. The statement has been released. You are correct.
Okay, that it's going to be way better optimized when it's docked. And you may have
that one I didn't know. Yeah.
And you may have a different experience taking it off.
That I did not know.
Which doesn't surprise me.
Now,
But
I don't know if it's going to be like a huge difference. I didn't really specify it. I was talking to some other people that were like really looking into this and really like that's like their life. That's what they do.
Right.
And that's something that I had heard from them, and I was like,
I thought you were talking about. There was also a statement where somebody went up to Bethesda and was like, "Okay, so does that mean Skyrim Remaster's coming out for Switch?" And their exact statement was, "We cannot specify whether stuff is or is not coming out on the Switch. Nintendo's handling all of that. But I will say, we do like the Switch, and we at Bethesda are currently working on games for the Switch. That's all we can say." So they can neither confirm nor deny that even though Skyrim was playing on the Switch in the trailer, whether or not Skyrim will be coming out on the Switch.
interesting.
Which, it's one of those where it's either a big PR licensing thing where it's like, oh, well, Nintendo has the rights to announce their own shit. We'll let them handle it. Or it's a bait and switch on Nintendo's part. I hope to God it's not that.
I hope it's not that as well, because that'd be a little shitty.
Because I've been wanting... Okay, so back in 2004, 2005, one of the launching titles that was supposed to be coming out on PSP was Oblivion.
"What?
That would have been sweet.
Right.
I didn't even know that."
Yeah. To the point where I even had the collector's edition pre-ordered at GameStop in the mall.
Wait, it was like announced?
Yeah, like it was announced. And it kept getting pushed back, and then finally canceled like 2 years after being announced.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it wasn't the full experience. Like, it was basically just like the main story.
But even still,
But
that would be...
even then still, I mean, it was kind of one of those where basically like you had like the major towns, and then instead of like walking from place to place, you would just like port from town to town to town to town, and then if something were like to randomly generate like, oh, while you're doing this you get attacked by bandits, then it would load this scenario where you have to fight off the bandits or whatever, and so on and so forth. So it kind of played more like Dragon Age 2.
Okay.
But
Still.
yeah,
It would have been nice, though.
right. But ever since then, ever since then though, leaked footage from the canceled Elder Scrolls Oblivion game for the PSP. Bethesda lawyered up and they had to remove the footage. Anyway,
Okay.
so anyway, I'll find it later and show it to you guys, and I'll probably put it in a linked up. But yeah, like ever since that was announced, I've wanted an Elder Scrolls game mobile.
I feel like that would be awesome.
Like,
that'd be... And
I've done I did do what was it? I did Arena on a cell phone using a DOS emulator. That was one of the worst experiences I've ever had. But it worked. So I guess that's literally the closest I've ever gotten to having an Elder Scrolls game on mobile. But I mean, being able to play Skyrim on the go, like that just... And especially since the way that it's set up, I mean, you can like... Say I'm playing at the house, and then Adrian's like, oh, shit, we got to go to dinner with family. All right. You can talk to family. I'm going to play this. Like, the fact that you can just pause your game, save it, whatever, and then just take it out and continue instead of like, oh, well, okay, I want to play a game while we're out, so I'm going to grab my 3DS, and I guess I'll play Pokemon while we're out. Not that Pokemon's bad, but it's just you would
You can change the same game you were playing on your couch to
dinner or
Olive Garden,
whatever. Yeah,
you go. I don't know why I picked Olive Garden.
Yeah,
that
it
would
works.
be...
But
that'd be sweet. And I mean, even if it's not totally optimized to play that way or whatever, if I see some graphics reduction or whatever, just the quality not being quite there, I'd still be okay with that because I'd still be able to play my damn game.
Yeah.
I'd still be able to carry it with me.
It depends on how much of a drop it is.
True.
That's what's going to really...
Here's-
I mean, like,
here's-
so long as I can see
Here's
things
my other
and
thing.
do stuff,
I'd be
okay
as
with
small
that.
as the screen is, honestly, I'd even be happy with 720.
Absolutely.
I can do 720. My thing is, I don't want them to push for 1080 and then now we're running it 15 frames per second.
Yeah.
That's my
I'd
thing.
rather have...
I would rather have like 720 at 30 frames per second or something like
yeah.
But the problem is that, yes, I mean, it would look good, but we're starting to have console games now. I know it's not 4K,
right.
but
Closer.
upscale games, upscale checkerboard 4K, for console games with like the Xbox One S and the PlayStation 4 Pro.
But again, those you're also playing on a huge screen. So if you shrink that down to this size, mobile, you don't need 4K on this screen. You don't need 1080 on this screen. Most people cannot tell a difference between 720 and 1080 on a 32-inch. Most people. I'm not saying obviously
people,
we can.
yeah.
Just and also, I mean, where my TV's at, I'm sitting like 10 inches away from my TV max. So obviously at that distance you can tell. But what I'm saying is, like, if you give somebody, hi.
I am not. I might have been.
Oh my god.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but I mean, like even this display right here. This display looks fine.
Sure.
Right here. And I mean, this is a 720 screen. I mean,
I don't know. I guess we're just spoiled.
don't get me wrong. I'm completely spoiled. And if they find a way to make it to
Now,
where
are you saying? What about the actual system itself? Like when it's docked?
Well, when it's docked, I want it to be
1080 at least minimum.
Yeah, but when it's
But what I'm saying is
moved,
as
when it's mobile.
the smaller screen, when they're saying, oh well, you're not going to get as good of an experience because it's on a smaller screen. Well, yeah, I get that. It's not going to be a 1080 experience, but 720 experience should still run fine. Is my point.
I want 960 at least. No less.
No less.
And don't. Was that didn't like Dead Rising? Was it Dead Rising 3 on the Xbox One was running at like, it was like 960 or whatever.
Oh, that
on
one
release. There was a couple games on Xbox One that weren't running at full 1080p when they were on launch.
I know.
They had some issues with it.
What was it? Just Cause 3 was running at 1080, but if there was any explosion on screen, you drop down to 3 frames per second. Yeah. Which it's Just Cause, which is all explosions. No, it's still down there. You're good. But no, but I mean, like, it's Just Cause. There's explosions everywhere.
Wait, Just Cause 3?
Just Cause 3. Or 4, sorry.
No, there's only 3.
Oh, there is only 3?
There's only 3.
Okay,
but,
my bad.
Like, do you mean the one that just, like, came out in, like, last December?
Yeah. When it launched on Xbox One, ran at 1080, but when there were explosions on screen, it dropped down to like 3 frames per second. And it took them a month to fix it, I think.
I tried it on PlayStation, so I didn't have that problem.
Yeah, PlayStation was fine. PC was
Gotta play that one a couple
apparently
days early.
garbage. Like garbage. But I mean, like, I don't know what it is. PC ports have always been kind of garbage lately. Like, I don't know a single PC port that's come out running.
PC Master Race, yeah, right.
Right? PC
I-
Master Race until you try to play a video game.
I still wish I had a PC.
No.
Oh, no, 100% I agree. Which that's actually kind of nice. I got my computer running, which means
That's
that
impressive.
I'll be able to edit this tonight, and then I'm posting the last 5 episodes tomorrow morning.
Woo!
Because they've been done, and then my PC broke. Or not they've been done, but I mean they've been filmed and they were put on the computer. And then when I've tried editing stuff, I kept having issue after issue after issue, and then thought it was fixed, and then put more stuff on the computer, and then crashing. And long story short, it took me till just now to get it fixed. So I can act because we haven't posted an episode in about a month and a half.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. But
Anyway,
So-
Games.
Switch,
Red Dead.
Red Dead.
I feel like we should move to the
It's
Red Dead.
it's gotten to the point where I've already gone back and I've started replaying Red Dead.
Yep, that's
One.
what I want to do.
I gotta find my copy.
And it's just as good as I remember.
Yes,
Like
it's beautiful.
it's one of those where it's old enough to where it still kind of in some instances feels fresh. I mean, like all the main story missions, I still remember doing it. I remember where I'm going and stuff like that. But like a lot of the side missions, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this, and it's like fresh and new again. But it's still new enough to where the game doesn't look terrible. It still looks pretty.
Yeah, I mean it
Like
looks
it's
beautiful.
it's a great game.
Yeah.
Which I will. It seems like everybody's in a Western mood. Like, I mean, well, you've got Red Dead Redemption 2, just got announced. You've got Westworld, which is a Western television, well, futuristic Western television series on HBO. And then,
Don't watch TV.
anyway, there's I want to say, I think it's Sci-Fi, just announced that they're doing a TV series about it's a Western that's about it's based on a comic book series from IDW, and for some reason I cannot remember what the name of the comic book series is, but again, it's a Western television series. So like it seems like Westerns are just really popular right now. When you
I
look
just
at it,
noticed you had penguins in your cup.
yeah, it's from the Indianapolis Zoo.
No. Just thought it was.
Sue.
Didn't realize that until just now. I just looked at it and I was like, are there penguins?
But
I got a problem
Yeah.
with my fucking penguins.
If that's what they're doing, yeah.
Yeah, true. But no, it's one of those, like, and I've been in a bit of a Western mood. Well, I mean, you also have Magnificent Seven, which is one of the biggest movies come out this year.
So you say it.
But, like, I've been in a bit of a Western mood for a little while, so I started going back through and watching Deadwood, because I never got around to watching Deadwood.
Excuse me.
Because when it was originally on TV, I was, like, 7, and obviously my parents wouldn't let me watch TV shows with lots of gore and violence and nudity and sex and language and
Oh.
yeah, no. But Mom, he only says cocksucker 40 times this episode. Why can't I watch it? But no,
Only the 41st will put me over the edge.
right? But no, so I mean, like, I don't know. It seems like everything's going Western right now, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I just hope it doesn't get to a point where everything gets burned out.
yeah. But I'm really excited to see where it goes. Love the fact that it's supposed to be following John Marston before
Yeah.
Red Dead.
Which is really...
Yeah, because that was something that like you always kind of wondered like
Yeah, well-
what he did, what his crew,
Yeah.
why is he the main character? Like what did he?
What did he do to get to that point?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, because, I mean, like, it's something they always hint at in
Yeah.
the first game, but they never come out and blatantly say, oh, he did this, and then he changed because of this. It's
Yeah.
always like, oh, well, that's a story for another time, but they never got around to the
Telling
other
the story,
time.
yeah.
So hopefully we're at that other time where they can just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that and fuck his son. I hate his son.
That's gay.
Fuck his son in the butt with a wiener. Just,
Yee. But I hate his son. I
That
don't
was
know.
your fist.
Well, he's,
it's like a baby holding an apple. Like,
but I can't stand his son. I think part of it has to do with his voice. I can't connect with the character if I don't like their voice.
I can see that.
So I feel like he's whiny and annoying, and I just
I can see
just John Marston's a badass, and his son's a little yeah.
Oh. Sorry, Samsung filed a copyright claim on the viral video of the Grand Theft Auto mod about throwing the Note 7s. Well, guess what? YouTube intervened and got the video put back up.
What? How?
Yes.
I don't know. Even though it, the video got taken down, even though it clearly is not in violation of any copyrights, apparently. because it's not that they're saying they own the rights to Sam. Like it's not like a, oh well you because the way they got it taken down was saying that because a Samsung Note 7 is used in game and they don't own the rights to the Note 7, then the mod had to be taken down. But it's not like, oh, I own the rights to this song is in this video, take it down. Or I own the rights to this movie and this video is actually just a copy of my movie put up on YouTube, take this video down. It's, oh, this is a mod that has a picture of our thing on it, take it down. So YouTube put the video back up.
Go watch it if you haven't seen it.
It's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Note 7s,
I still haven't swapped mine out. I'm probably gonna do it. I'm probably gonna do it tomorrow after I get off work, just because. Like,
Whose work?
Huh?
Whose work? Who's lucky guy?
why are you getting them off?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a joke.
I get it.
I knew where you were going.
Mm-hmm. I know where he's going.
Finally. Okay, sorry. I got confused for a second. Oh wait, you don't watch TV. You don't watch Game of Thrones, do you?
No.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Oh.
Well, I was just gonna say like there's a character that they came out and stated is going to be in the next season that hasn't been in the last season or two.
Oh. Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're finally revisiting that storyline.
Yeah, I've only seen like the first 3 episodes,
That show's really good.
and I just don't have HBO, so it's like.
But Red Dead.
I've got the first 4 seasons downstairs on Blu-ray. Just saying if you want to borrow them.
Okay, I might take you up on that.
But yeah, no, Red Dead. Sorry, keep getting sidetracked. I have never wanted a game so bad. Like the first Red Dead, in my opinion, is the best storyline for a video game I've ever played. Like,
Which I know we talked about this before, but I have to respectfully disagree. But
yeah,
in some sense I disagree, in some sense I agree. In the sense of the world that, I mean, the way that Red Dead is an open world and, you know, things along that line, definitely for open world games, I feel like it has one of the strongest storylines.
I would agree with that.
But I believe there are other story-based games that I've enjoyed more simply because they are story-based. I mean, your Quantic Dream especially, which again you haven't played.
I haven't played too many of those.
Yeah, I haven't played Heavy Rain or haven't played Beyond Two Souls, although Heavy Rain I feel like has a much stronger storyline than Beyond
Yeah, I was
Two
gonna say
Souls.
I've heard Beyond Two Souls is good, but it's still nothing in comparison.
No, not at all. I mean, I love the game, don't get me wrong, but the ending really just, I was mad. And I don't want to say anything about that because,
Yeah.
you know, you haven't played
Right.
it, and I don't know about you, but
I never know. I was supposed to
It's-
watch Nate do a whole playthrough on that, but I never did.
I gotcha. But the ending made me frustrated in comparison to the ending on Heavy Rain.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I think.
Wait, did you mention which game was your favorite story? I missed it if you said.
I haven't. My favorite actually probably is Heavy Rain.
Okay.
That I really enjoyed. That was one of probably the first games that I ever actually really felt like I was the character more than just like when you create your character and you're like, oh, hey, this is me and this world. It was more like, I want you to win. You and me were a thing, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm there with you. You felt like you were running around with the characters and experiencing their life. Kind of like more like a movie. Like, you can put yourself kind of there.
Which I will say that's one thing that I thought Red Dead Redemption did really well was the because of the way that the storytelling's done, it feels more cinematic than a typical game. But I mean, Rockstar's good at that. It was the same exact same thing with. That's why I loved Mafia 3. Like Mafia 3 felt like it basically felt like The Godfather.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
or Goodfellas or something. Like, I mean, it felt like a really well done Martin Scorsese mobster movie.
Yeah. And Rockstar's, like you said, always been
Yeah.
very, very good at that. And, you know,
But I mean, like most open world games aren't as good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Mafia games are really good storytelling, but again, it's because it's very cinematic in the way that the characters are developed and Even the camera angles on times.
Yeah, well, especially in
done that way,
cutscenes.
but yeah, which we need to talk about the end of Mafia 2 because I wanted to beat Mafia 2 before I played 3 because I never finished Mafia 2 originally, and then I sat down and beat all of Mafia 2 in like 3 days, and I almost cried at the end. It was sad.
It's a very sad ending, but yeah,
It's really good storytelling though.
Yeah.
It's one of those where again you get so invested in the characters that when something happens, you actually feel what the character's going through and stuff like that. So
yeah.
yeah,
I found myself feeling more angry though. Actually, at the end of that one,
I did feel very angry, and
but yeah, without
we'll
giving away too
go
much,
into
we can
that
get,
later
yeah.
so that way we don't get into spoilers or
Yeah.
on anything with
Okay,
Mafia
yeah,
2.
because I
but-
actually haven't played that yet.
okay.
Oh,
yeah.
um,
No,
I have it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I
I
have
got
it
it for
if-
Games for Gold, just have not played it yet.
I gotcha. I was gonna say I actually have it if you wanted to play it. But
Backlogged on games right now.
I gotcha. Yeah, but definitely when games can make me feel something, that's always
Yeah.
where I can
That's
actually
hot.
connect.
Well, which is weird. Usually it's in like 3D games that have like open world or at least some form of exploration and stuff like that. Stuff like that. But I mean, like even Ori and the Blind Forest or Valiant Hearts. I mean, they're 2D
Oh.
platformers.
Valiant
That
Hearts.
just-
Yep.
Right,
I still haven't played
Oh, it's a great game, too.
right in the
Ooh,
feels.
We should play
Right
that
in
one.
the feels. We could. I mean, it's only what 3 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a pretty short game.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can do that on the
but
5th.
You're a pretty short game. Get it? Because you're short. And
Oh, I was gonna say it's only because it's
Hey,
been
guess
a
what?
few weeks. How is that news? Well, I mean, I guess it is news because of who he is, but Troy Baker is not going to be in Persona 5.
Okay.
They have an entire article written about how Troy Baker is not going to be in Persona 5.
I don't care.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say I knew he'd been in other ones, but
Yeah, but it's like okay, so there's a game that he's not in that makes news. Anyway, sorry, continue.
nope. That was my spiel because like, my biggest thing is as I thought about it because when we talked about it initially, I was like, nah, there's other games I prefer more, and it's like, well, when I think about the type of game that Red Dead is, the open world RPG,
Yeah.
and things like that, it's like I could see how that could, by technicality, be my favorite for that genre.
Yeah.
Whereas when I put a story-based game that has no form of exploration outside of, it's very story
Linear. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, linear. That's what I'm looking for.
I will say with Quantic Dream stuff again, it plays literally like
Last of Us is great.
you're really just making choices in a movie at that point.
Yep.
But
Which I love.
Which that's why it's good at the storytelling.
Mhm.
But anybody been playing anything else?
Yeah. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because I think we've talked about it before. But I did want to touch on the new stuff for it. The Battlefield 1.
Oh yes,
I just wanted to talk about the single player, really, actually.
I haven't seen anything on the campaign. I've watched
So,
Skylar
okay,
play quite
so
a bit
actually-
multiplayer.
Take back what you just said. It's actually campaigns.
Oh,
So instead of you being like, oh, you're Joe Schmo in the army and you go through and kill people and do stuff, you actually play as like 5 or 6 different people in different parts of the world doing totally different things. So the campaign I'm going through right now, I don't remember what his name is, but I'm a shock trooper for the Italian army. And I've only played through the first couple. I'm on the second mission of it. But I got to raid this hill in this full bodysuit of armor with like this huge machine gun, and I'm like part of the special forces of World War I of this Italian army. But it was ridiculously awesome, super cool. But I could have chosen from a couple other ones too as well. There was there's a whole campaign where you're it's like I think you're an English pilot, so you're learning how to fly, and you actually go through an entire campaign as a pilot in that plane. I don't know if you're like necessarily always technically physically in the plane. You may be out of it at parts, but the campaign's about flying.
Yeah.
Then there's one that's I can't remember who it is. There's one that you're an engineer and you're in a tank. And one, you're part of like the Harlem Hellfighters, and you're in the trenches.
See that?
And one, you're in. I forget the other one was, but there was like it's so cool because you get to play all these different viewpoints of like battles, and it's all these people you don't know about, and they're pretty long missions. And so I mean, after you add this all up, this is going to be like 15 to 20 hours of single player, which for Battlefield is freaking awesome.
Yeah, which that's the thing. Like, I mean, that's how long first-person shooters used to be. I mean, take Half-Life, for instance. Take Doom, for instance. Like, they all had really long campaigns. Huh?
Unless you're going for par.
Right. But I mean, like, but seriously, like, or even, like, Wolfenstein has a fucking long campaign. Especially because, I mean, it's got 2 different play styles. But, like Battlefield and Call of Duty have always have kind of gotten stuff to the point now where everybody,
7 hours.
Yeah, everybody follows the trends of Call of Duty and Battlefield because those are the 2 top-selling first-person shooters. So whatever they do successfully, every other first-person shooter tries to copy off of. So like the Halo campaigns have been getting shorter and stuff like that, and trying to match the 6 to 7 hour campaigns that you get with like Battlefield and Call of Duty and stuff. But
Halo
hearing
5.
that is really not, because that's another thing I heard about Titanfall was the new Titanfall. When they decided they wanted to do a campaign, the reason they didn't want to do a campaign for the first one was because they couldn't find, they were tired of the whole mundane, okay, come here, kill these people, come here, kill these people, come here, kill these people, so that's why they didn't put an actual campaign in. But with this one, it's got like you'll be playing a mission, and at different points in the mission, it's like it's a stealth game that plays almost like Splinter Cell. Then towards the end of the mission, it becomes like this fucking thing where you just are in the Titan and you're just mowing down everybody with destruction, like you're playing like Mech Warrior or something like that. And then further into the mission, something happens and now you're on foot and fighting, so now it kind of plays like Call of Duty. But like at like different points of the same mission in the game, it plays completely differently. So it changes everything up, so you don't have the exact same play style over and over and over, so you don't get the same mundane first-person shooter thing. So if Battlefield's going that route too, that's making me really happy, because that means hopefully everything's going to start trending that way, so that way we get more variety in first-person shooters instead of just the same mundane Call of Duty clone that come here, shoot here, come here, shoot here. Like,
but the game looks so good.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful game.
I can't get over it. My problem is everybody, like, I know you're playing it on PS4. You're going to be picking it up on PS4. Everybody else I know is getting it on PC, or has it on PC actually.
I don't blame them. I just don't have a PC.
Right. That's my thing. So, but because like I've got a PC that can run it at minimum specs, but do I really want to play it at minimum specs? But like at the same time,
it's such a beautiful game. I feel like it's sad if you had to play it on minimum.
Well,
specs,
even with Battlefield 4, I had to play on medium to get 50 frames per second. So it just, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I've updated my graphics card, so maybe that hopefully will help quite a bit, because it's double the RAM, or double the video RAM. I mean, but hopefully that'll make a big difference. But
I get you.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But yeah,
the single player impressed me. I've not been impressed ever by Battlefield campaign.
Yeah, like
Ever.
I mean,
Yeah.
It had its moments with 4. Like not so much. It was
didn't crash.
Well, I'll give you that much.
This application stopped working. Would you like to send a report to Sony? No, because this is the 5th time this has happened since I've had my PS4 for 2 weeks.
I never had that problem, but I
on
had
launch day.
I had the problem of like the game would crash, and then I'd turn it back on, and it's
I lose all my save data.
Well, I was playing on PC. So I would open it back up, and it was like, because on PC it runs through your browser. It runs through your browser. So it's like, your browser add-ons are out of date, so you're going to have to delete all of your browser add-ons and then re-download these add-ons to allow you to access the server. Because it was all run through, shit. It's not Battle.net. It's, whatever the Battlefield 4 website was. It might have just been Battlefield4.com. But any whatever the whatever the website is where you go to like check out like what medals you've got. Battlelog, that's it.
Okay.
So it's all run through Battlelog. So you open up Battlelog on your computer, and then you just hit launch, and then it just brings up like the servers, and you click, okay, I want to play that server and play, and then boom, it launches the game in full window, and you play it that way. Or if you wanted to play the campaign, you would go to Battlelog on the computer on a normal like Chrome, and open up campaign and go that route. It just, I don't know, it was really stupid. Now with Battlefield 1, it all runs almost identical to Battlefield. So, I mean, it basically brings up its own thing, and then you go from there through everything, as opposed to doing it all through your internet browser. But I just that was one thing that really bugged me, was just a lot of errors. But me.
I'm impressed.
Battlefield 1 looks gorgeous. I've seen Skylar play quite a bit of it. The LMGs seem a little underpowered. But
I'm not an LMG guy, so I wouldn't even know, honestly.
I gotcha.
Honestly, I'm just happy with my pistol. Pistol and a bolt-action rifle, that's all I need.
I will say one of the funniest videos I've ever seen was the... what the fuck is that gun?
The tank, like the anti-tank rifle thing?
No,
that is so funny to shoot people. Oh, yeah, the little...
Yeah, but...
what caliber is it? It was something stupid.
2.7 millimeter. It's a 2.7 millimeter pistol.
Literally, the gun is like...
It's...
I don't even know what...
It's legit like this. And then it's got like a little thing. And you carry it around like this.
It's like... It could fit like in like here.
That's hilarious.
It's smaller than that.
It's like, no, like, I don't know, I'm saying like this. It's like this long.
Oh yeah. But like anyway, I was watching a.
Is it IGN? Did you see that one?
I didn't see one from IGN. Oh no, I did see the one from IGN, but no, this one was Calibri. That's the name of the gun, the Calibri.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But I was watching a video. I want to say it was like Cheesy Gaming or something like that. But it was a 24v24 match only with that gun. It was one of the...
And it does like no damage.
Yeah, it does 4 damage. So if you get a headshot, it does 25 damage. So if you get 4 headshots, if you get lucky enough, you can get a kill on it. But it's one of the most like...
I want to see that.
Oh god, the best thing is anytime I see it, the only thing running through my mind is, when in doubt, pinky out. Because he's just running around like...
That's totally what he's doing. Like,
That's hilarious.
it's so funny.
But with that, should we go ahead and...
I mean, we can go ahead and close.
In the podcast, do we have anything else? Last minute comments, concerns, whatnot?
I'm trying to think. What was I going to say?
You love me?
Not right now. No.
Okay.
It's a legit gun. It is not a mod. It is a legit gun. This gun actually exists.
Yeah, it does. It was
By
used
the
by
way-
spies.
By the way, again, what did I say? 2.7 millimeter.
Yeah.
A BB is 3.1. So the bullet is smaller than a BB.
This is so fun.
It looks so dainty.
Yeah.
Like, I still can't get over how gorgeous. Like, it's a forest covered in fog, and it looks so beautiful.
I just love watching him reload it too.
Just cocking it. Like, it's so great.
He gets so happy when he gets the kill.
I know, right? But anyway.
I'm trying to think.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I think I'm good.
We never talked about, actually, really quick, with the Switch, like, when it was releasing. Obviously, the trailer says March, but people are like, what does that mean? My theory, you can quote me on this if you want, but I think it's going to launch with Zelda.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I believe that.
I really think...
Would not surprise me by any
I really
means.
think that's what they're going to do, is launch it simultaneously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's your best way to push systems.
Sure. It wouldn't surprise me, but I wonder if that means it's going to get pushed back because Zelda is notoriously...
Well, okay, but
always.
Well, it's been pushed back so much, though. Think about that.
True. It's been pushed back
I
a bit.
really think that...
I mean, it's not quite to Last Guardian, but... Yeah.
No, not yet. Yeah.
That just hurt my feelings. I was trying to play that game forever. Anyway, I really think it is going to release in March. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I really want to believe it's going to release in March, though, because I feel like with the Wii U, we had this discussion earlier, that I really feel like the Wii U was the public beta test for the Switch, just to see how people would react to the screen to gamepad kind of play.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I really think that they've been having this in development for a while, and I think that they're really going to launch this, and I really hope it comes out in March. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. My only
With Zelda.
My only thing
With
is
Zelda.
I mean, it is a Nintendo console, so as soon as pre-orders go up, it'll sell out.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
No, I need to know ASAP because it's one of those where I even told Adrian, I was like, look, I know we just...
I'm going to have to put you guys in... I'm going to put you in a group chat, and as soon as I figure it out, I'm going to be like, oh, hell no, you better get in here right now and pre-order this game system.
Right? But it's one of those where, like, I was talking to Adrian, I was like, look, I know we just leased a new car, so we've got 2 car payments right now, and I know we're looking at buying a house, but I'm looking at buying a console. So in March, I'm going to be dropping down some money on a console. Just a heads up. She's like, why do you have to spend so much money? I was like, don't question it. I'm letting you know. I'm buying a Nintendo console. I promise I will play it more than I did the Wii. Like, I've never, ever in my life wanted a Nintendo console this bad.
Agreed.
Same.
Like, don't get me wrong. I really wanted the 3DS specifically for Pokemon and Fire Emblem.
Hold that thought, but go ahead and continue.
And, I mean, when I was a kid, I loved my Super Nintendo. I loved my N64.
Mm-hmm.
I have never wanted a Nintendo console this bad.
Mm-hmm.
I hope theory to paper to actual product, everything goes smooth. That's my only thing. But
My only other question is, what's going to happen to that 3DS?
what do you mean?
Well, the Switch uses cartridge games,
Correct.
and it's a handheld.
And I will say, they did specify the cartridges will not work with, like, you cannot use 3DS games in the...
Yeah, I do. That's what I'm saying.
But
I think it's gonna murder the 3DS.
I don't know.
The only thing I can think of that makes that's still playing with 3DS is it's so much cheaper than the Switch is gonna be.
Well, maybe.
The Switch,
Well, yeah.
the Switch is gonna be at least. First of all, there's no way it'll be under $300.
Right.
No way.
Right.
I'm thinking $350, possibly $400 on launch.
Right.
I'm thinking probably
$399.
I'm thinking $400 on launch. Honestly, I'm trying to be optimistic with $350, but yeah, it's probably going to be $399 on launch.
I can give you credit for that.
And
yeah.
that's the only thing I see that's going to save the 3DS possibly for quite a while, is just because it's going to be cheaper and more widely available.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're going to make any more models for it. I mean, if
They just released one.
Yeah, they just released a lime green
With-
3DS XL with
but
Mario
like,
Land.
okay, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
soon after, like,
Yeah. Or
I
or
just
are you
see-
saying they're not going to make like a new 3DS
yes,
XL?
that's what I'm saying. I mean, they might make some more colors and
Yeah.
variation.
Yeah.
But there's not going to
modification.
make a new 3DS XL.
I just don't see it because let's get real here. If this thing matches up to like almost like
everybody's
pretty,
expectations.
yeah, like if it's almost like a PlayStation 4 in your pocket.
Well,
what? Like,
let's say it's not gonna fit in your fucking pocket.
Oh, you know what I mean. You know what I mean,
right? Yeah,
in the car, whatever.
But more mobile, yeah.
That was more of a phrasing kind of thing. But like, why the hell would you play anything else? Like,
true.
Like this is kind of for somebody. Like I said, other than like the 64 and the GameCube and stuff. I just haven't really been a whole big fan of Nintendo stuff. Not because it's not grab my attention enough. There wasn't enough variety of games. But with this console, it's like, why would I not buy this? Like this is ridiculously awesome.
Well, like I will say, like with Super Nintendo, you got it a little bit going into N64, and even with the GameCube, they were geared a little more towards hardcore gamers. Whereas the Wii and the Wii U was 100% marketed and geared towards casual gamers. Like, there was only a couple of games on those systems.
Casuals.
Well, no, I just...
I'm just going to say that.
Well, I'm saying
people who say that.
Casual is in, like the top-selling games on the Wii were Wii Sports and Wii Sports 2 and Wii Sports Resort and stuff like that. Like, I mean, they had... what was the Zelda title on the Wii?
Skyward Sword?
Yeah.
Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword.
Twilight Princess as well.
And neither one of them are in the top 5 selling Wii titles. Like, it's one of those consoles where most of the people, I mean, especially the Wii, the even in the commercials, it was geared towards people 15 and under and your grandparents. That's exactly what the console was geared towards. It wasn't geared towards people that are going to sit down for 6 to 8 hours at a time to play a 40-hour game. It's geared towards people that are going to play 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, and then like, oh, here, my grandson's coming over. I want to buy a console for him to play that is nice, gets him up and moving and exercising because it's good for you. Like, I mean, when you have to make a game like House of the Dead Overkill just to prove you're not a console specifically for kids, there's something wrong. Don't get me wrong, House of the Dead Overkill was an amazing game. But again, I mean, it's 4 hours of fuck this, fuck that, fuck this motherfucker, fuck this, fuck that, boom, 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 just to prove, hey, we're not just a console for kids. Adults can play this too. Like, I don't know. There was nothing.
Umbrella Chronicles.
Right.
Good game though.
But yeah.
Good games.
But again, it's even those are games that you're going to sit down and play for 20, 30 minutes at a time, or like the entire game you can sit down and kick out in 4 hours.
Something like that.
But like there weren't any really like in-depth games. Whereas it looks like this one is actually, like, from the first trailer, already looks like it's geared more towards hardcore gamers and a little bit with casual gamers. Because, I mean, like, they even, in the trailer, they've got the guy playing Legend of Zelda, they got the guy playing Skyrim. But then, like, in the next little bit, you've got, like, a little Mario game that people are playing for a party. But then in the very next section, it goes into competitive gaming, and it shows people playing Splatoon on a stage in a fucking arena.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's not a system that's just for casual, quick games. It looks like they're trying to, like, put more meat into their games.
Yeah.
Which I've been waiting for Nintendo to do. But it looks like this is the year that Nintendo actually, like, I wouldn't say overtakes the Xbox or the PlayStation, but
they're gonna.
I could see.
I'm not.
Really
I'm not somebody who would
money.
generally go for something like Nintendo generally, but it's got my vote. Like,
again,
the only thing I can think of, I would have.
That's my big thing.
This is going based. Yeah, I'm saying all this in theory based off of if everything's supposed to be as said and done. But if it's supposed to be as the way it is, I mean, the only advantage I see Xbox or PlayStation having is that little bit step towards that upscale, like 4K checkerboard gaming,
right? Just
better graphics. Is all at that point. It's not going to be, the Switch is going to be much more convenient. You're going to be able to take Skyrim on the go. I mean, or whatever else they're gonna have on here. I mean, I don't know. It just seems awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, for quite a while at GameStop we had the Vanguards or whatever, like those cases with the TVs in them or whatever. You can carry consoles around.
Yeah.
Or they even had this thing called it was spelled games, but it was like GAEMS or something weird, stupid like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was but it was like a laptop screen that was like a tablet that you slide in a backpack and it holds your system, so you can take it with you and have like a stand. I was like, dude, that'd be so great if I could just like take my PlayStation and just like play like Fallout or whatever while I'm like moving around.
Which we did that when we were kids. My next door neighbor, because we kind of lived on a weird street, and my parents would always kick us out of the house during the day. Summertime is like, oh, the sun's up, get the fuck out of the house, and don't come home until it's dark or whatever. So that we'd all just like hang out around the town or hang out around the neighborhood. And our next door neighbor actually had one of those where it was like a LCD screen that attaches to the top of your original Xbox. So we'd sit over at his house in his garage and play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and shit like that.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've always thought like, oh, this is cool. Like, why don't they make more stuff like this to where like you can take your shit everywhere? But I mean, I don't know. It seems like now that I've got money, it's not a good idea. But I mean, like the way that with the Switch, I mean, it's not you have to buy another $300 case that comes with a $200 LCD screen or something like that. It's just okay, let's go. Like, it's all built in and all encompassing, which would be nice because, again, we have the situation of LAN parties. Because, I mean, you're obviously buying one, you're obviously buying one, I'm obviously buying one. So, I mean, we can get some killer fucking LAN parties together, and we don't have to worry about, we've got 4 consoles but only 3 TVs. I mean, it's all just, okay, yeah, you brought your TV, okay, we can put it on a bigger screen. We can get more people split screen. I
just realized something.
What?
It's near my birthday. This is perfect.
Yeah,
As long as it comes out.
We'll see. Joe's birthday is February 27th. So
Mine's March 20th.
With March, Joe was like, yeah, it's just gonna be my happy belated birthday to myself.
It'll be my happy early birthday. Same for you.
My happy really early birthday.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty early, Drake.
Hey, birthday. No,
do what I want.
I know that.
Or happy really belated Valentine's Day to yourself.
Yeah.
Valentine's
Since I'm single, I have money. Yay!
Now it just needs to come out with a dating sim.
Oh, I'm sure it will. Nintendo, come on.
That's true.
Tomodachi Life.
So, that was a
Sorry,
long closing statement.
I didn't really mean to bring that all up.
No,
that added an extra like 17 minutes to it or something.
Something like that.
14. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's all good.
Yep.
Yeah, because I had, like I said, I want to talk a little bit more about the Switch, like the release date and everything. But
yeah,
I'm so
I've never been so pumped for something Nintendo.
But you know what?
I mean,
I'm trying to. This is really stupid. I'm trying to not get pumped because if this thing lets me down,
If it tanks, yeah.
I may cry.
Mm-hmm.
Because like just the idea of it's like, yes,
like March, GameStop has the biggest sales in history. April have the biggest returns in history. Like,
If I could say one more thing, tip Nintendo, this time, please release the console with all the freaking updates.
yes.
Literally, my brother got the Wii U on, like, release date or, like, within a week of release.
Mm-hmm.
We sat for, like, 3 hours
Doing all the updates.
watching the updates.
Yeah.
And I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I just want to play the damn console. I can't forget it.
And
So,
I mean, again, this is a Nintendo thing. It's really nitpicky, but I hope to God that they don't do blocks with this one. Like, all downloadable stuff is in blocks instead of like megabytes. So then it's like, well, I've got a 5 gig card here. How many blocks is that?
Yeah, that's really.
Like,
it's always really annoying to me.
Yeah, so hopefully they can get that stuff straight. But I mean, again, if they do blocks, fuck it. I'll deal with my blocks and I'll still play Skyrim mobily. It's good. It's fine. It's fine.
I just prefer gigs.
Oh my god, there's just so many things I'm thinking about now.
I know. Well, and that's the other thing. I've got a coworker that I talked to about.
Dude, we could just be sitting here and I could just flip this up and be like, yo, let's play some Diablo. Like, this is jumping this game right
Yeah,
now.
well, I've got a coworker that I talk to all the time about playing Skyrim. He's upset. He's in his like mid to late 50s, and he's an umpire for baseball, and well, obviously it's the only thing that has an umpire. But anyway,
Umpire for rugby. No. Cricket.
If he's at home, all of his free time is spent on his PS3 playing Skyrim, which is really funny because I asked him about like the dragons flying backwards and everything like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like, how awesome would it be to just like stop by LP one night and just be all like, yo, like, let's play some Skyrim, and like it just.
It'd be awesome.
Or shit, like being able to play Skyrim on my fucking breaks at work.
Yep.
That's what I mean. That's
And
what
my breaks, like, yeah, but just.
there's so many games that.
And I will say, it'd be kind of awesome to be able to play Splatoon, because I've never actually played Splatoon, but it looks.
I played it briefly.
It looks so fun, but I'm not gonna buy a Wii U specifically for Splatoon.
Yeah, don't buy the beta for the Switch.
Wait, what?
The Wii U, the beta for the Switch.
Oh, I did. I heard bait for the Switch.
Oh,
So it's like bait and switch, beta switch, whatever.
yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I guess we should get off of here before we just keep repeating ourselves and repeating ourselves and repeating
Yeah.
ourselves.
I don't really. Well,
We already would agree.
Repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff.
Oh my god.
Neither one of you play World of Warcraft. Never mind. Wait, you do? Like currently?
I mean, all I need to do is get my membership back.
Well, I mean, I just didn't know if you had played any of. Oh fuck! I completely forgot. I've been playing a multiplayer beta this weekend. Anyway, no. I didn't know if Hallow's End was up and running yet. My computer's
No, I
been
haven't played
broken,
yet.
so yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's part of the reason I let my membership go too, because I was like, well, I got no one to play with right now.
Yeah.
Because Joe.
you could play with yourself.
He does often. No. Skylar's
And
always
you
looking
watch.
for more people to play with. But no, I forgot. I've been playing the Call of Duty beta this whole weekend.
Oh yeah.
It's actually really fun.
I don't want to go off on another tangent, but
I know. Well, here's my thing. It's really weird because from a weapon design standpoint, it looks like they took actual stuff and then just put like battery packs and computer parts and taped them to it. So like there's one.
So like the zip tie silencer on Left 4 Dead 2 for the Uzi.
Well, like at one point in time, there's a gun. It kind of looks like an AK-47, but it's got a bullpup design where the magazine's in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But then it
Sexy.
has like this weird battery pack, and then like old school PC ribbon that comes up here and plugs into here to feed power to the reflex sight. And I'm just like, is that their way of making it look futuristic by putting PC components and battery packs onto an AK-47? Like, it just looks really weird. But like, I mean, the gameplay style is fine. I mean, it's basically the same as Black Ops 3, but they've kind of lowered everybody's health a little bit. So like normal deathmatch almost plays like hardcore deathmatch.
sweet, good.
So I mean,
like
which
hardcore.
I'm cool with because hardcore is what I normally play anyway. But it just like it seems like I'm dying really fast and I'm killing people really fast. Like comparatively, because there's no hardcore right now. It's because it's the beta, so it's just team deathmatch, domination, gun game, and something else. I can't remember what the fourth one is.
All right.
But I mean, it's a fun game. But yeah.
My last and final stab.
Uh-oh.
I don't understand why I would play Infinite Warfare. It says that's a futuristic, space shooter or whatever. When you have a game coming out, what's today? 22nd? 6 days.
Oh yeah, no, I've got that already paid for and shipping to my house.
Titanfall 2 is going to be over the top.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's going to do like if I'm going to play some ridiculous space game with like crazy weaponry, give me like go over the top. Don't try to like half do it and then like hold back just because we want boots on the ground.
Which is what's really funny because in Black Ops, not Black Ops, Infinite Warfare, I haven't unlocked it yet, but so they've got these crates where you can unlock weapons and stuff like that.
In Black Ops?
Infinite Warfare.
Oh, Infinite Warfare?
Infinite Warfare, but the way it's looking, they're not going to do microtransactions.
Thank God. I hate pay-to-win games.
Right. Here's the thing. So, that's how they unlock the variants. The cool thing with this is, though, if there's a specific variant you want, when you level up your character, you gain salvage, and then you use that salvage to just like, oh, well, I want this version of this gun, so I'm just going to build this version of this gun, and now I have it. Instead of having to randomly unlock it through crates. But they've also got this other specialty thing. So you've got like your assault rifles, your SMGs, your LMGs, your sniper rifles, your shotguns, handguns that are primaries for some reason.
What?
Yeah. There's a
that
whole.
Sounds awesome, actually, because I love handguns.
Yeah, there's a whole section of handguns.
As long as they
primaries.
do damage that are comparable to whatever. Then...
Yeah, well, like the ones that are in the primary section are, but then you also have other handguns for secondaries. So, like, your secondary handguns are actually completely different than your primary handguns. But your primary handguns are going to do about the same damage.
Smith & Wesson.
And then you also have what are called classic. So, like, one of the guns you can unlock is an original style M1. And I'm like, that's not future at all. Like,
No.
That's a legit M1 with, like, I mean, it's got the steel barrel and some wood accents and everything. I'm like, it literally looks like a M1.
Well,
so, like, or like they have, like it's modern to like World War II range of realistic weapons. And then they've got one gun that is a throwback from Black Ops 3. But what it looks like they've done is they've taken people's favorite weapons from like World at War and Call of Duty 2 and Modern Warfare and stuff like that and put them into their own separate category of classic weapons that you can unlock. Which is a little weird.
That is a little strange. I mean, that's cool, but it's like... doesn't really
seems out of place.
Fit.
Yeah. But... I will say, the biggest thing I'm looking for with Infinite Warfare anyway is Modern Warfare anyway.
Sorry, what?
So right.
Couldn't hear you because I was imagining what you were about to say.
Right. So, like, I mean, I hate to say it, I'm buying Infinite Warfare.
For Modern Warfare Remastered?
For Modern Warfare Remastered and Zombies. And
I hope the Zombies is good.
The Zombies looks really good. It's an 80s throwback, which I like. So. I like 80s throwbacks. But,
I hope they do it good, though.
But, like... I don't know. Everything's going 80s throwback now because you've got like the new Thor movie is an 80s throwback setup. The new Transformers movie is a weird medieval 80s throwback, which is Have you not heard about the new Transformers movie?
No,
not
at all.
They have to go back in time to rescue King Arthur to bring him to modern times to help them take down the Decepticons.
That doesn't seem to make any sense at all.
Thank you. Yeah.
So
time travel and King Arthur.
Who did a line of coke and was like, you know what I want in my Transformers movie? Fucking King Arthur.
I know, right?
Right now.
But what's funny is the guy that's playing King Arthur is the guy that played King Arthur in Once Upon a Time. So I don't know if they're gonna do some weird Once Upon a Time crossover or what, but it's just really.
This doesn't sound. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's got Marky Mark in it again. So as much as I love Marky Mark, that was a terrible Transformers movie. So I really don't have high hopes for this one either. But anyway, no, like everything's doing like 80s throwback stuff, and I mean even Stranger Things was basically an homage to 80s movies, but it did it really well. So hopefully this other stuff can work it well, but I don't know. But the campaign looks good. Jon Snow's the villain, so I'm kind of interested to see that. Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
the bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the bad guy in the new Call of Duty. But I mean, like, I'm literally buying this Call of Duty because, like, usually I'm buying Call of Duty specifically for the multiplayer. This one, I'm basically buying it for everything that is not the multiplayer. Because everything I want out of the multiplayer, I'll have better in Titanfall 2.
Yeah, that's just my argument. Like, I understand.
And Titanfall 2 comes out a week earlier.
Yeah, I understand they're trying to like get the boots on the ground and make people happy because they didn't want the futuristic stuff, but you can't like half-ass it. You can't not. That's not even that. It's you can't lukewarm it because then you're just gonna piss everybody off. Like you're not gonna have anybody.
Because you're not going over the top enough for the people that want the sci-fi, but you're not going realistic enough for the people that want the realistic.
Yes,
shit.
everybody's gonna be like, what is this?
Well, see, that's
is
the
this
thing.
the Twilight Zone? Like what game am I playing?
Yes.
So like this week was Battlefield 1, next week is Titanfall 2, the week after is Call of Duty. Which I do find funny. All the first-person shooters are hitting week, and it's all Friday, as opposed to Tuesday releases,
Yes,
like every other game in existence.
It's totally throwing off everything at work.
I know, I believe it. Because how many people do you have coming in on Tuesday and being like, I want to get this? Sorry, you got to wait 4 more days.
I'm like, you have to wait till Friday. They're like, what is this, Nintendo?
Is this an Amiibo release? Like, really? No,
Stupid side note. Skylanders came out on a Sunday, and I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. That was my
Anyway.
sad with you guys. Sorry.
But no, it's one of those where it's like, if you want a realistic shooter, go Battlefield. If you want a sci-fi shooter, go Titanfall 2. If you want to
Don't know what the fuck you want.
play Call of Duty.
if you want them,
If you want to die real fast, kill people real fast, and hear 4-year-olds talk about how much they fuck your mom, Call of Duty.
all the way.
That's
And then
like,
if you want the best looking shooter on console,
Battlefield 1. But again, it's the whole diagram that is hilarious, where it's like Pokemon target audience 6-year-olds, actual audience 25 to 30-year-olds, and then it's like Call of Duty target audience 25 to 30-year-olds, actual audience 6-year-olds. World of Warcraft target audience nerds that live in their parents' basement, actual audience nerds that live in their parents' basement. But anyway, now that we've gone on for an hour and 42 minutes.
Oh gosh.
I love how we run out of stuff to talk about in the middle, and then by rambling on, we just end up with more stuff to talk about.
I just need to stop asking questions and talking about stuff.
So I guess we might as well go. Well, we're not going to bowling because they close in 15 minutes.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
We can
sorry,
do
Joe. Shit. Hope you don't need a ride.
Eh.
But all right. So I guess that's been us for this week. I'm Nick,
I'm Drake.
I'm Shannon.
and that went so much more smooth than the original opening.
Well, again, you moved the camera on me.
But anyway, see y'all later. Bye.